This morning we are off to plow somebody's garden. Got the plow hooked up here, Wes sitting on it for some reason, and just in the village here. Actually happens to be another Canadian. He's a Russian, but he moved to Canada for 20 years and now he's back. And we're going to go over to his place and plow some land for his vegetable garden. Okay, that scared me. I'm driving through this guy's field here. This is behind his place, and then there's a dip here. Okay, I don't know if you can even see it. There's a little dip here and a little dip there, and so my back tire is in one dip and the front tire in the other dip, which the front axles on a tractor can pivot. Okay, they pivot right here, in case you're not familiar with tractors. So this axle can float back and forth, yeah, and that allows you to go over some rough terrain. Back axle is fixed, it's stuck, front axle floats, and here it turns. And then you have a little bit of play. There's a stop block, and there's another stop block over there. Well, apparently I hit my stop block. I'm just barely moving through the field here, but it was enough to twist the frame a little bit. I guess there's some play in the frame, which then made the fan blade make an awful noise. Just, like, what was that? And I backed up and Wes looks, I think it just twisted the frame a little. So it's not twisted to the point where it's broken, like it's back where it goes now, but I guess there's flex in the frame, which doesn't seem like a good idea on a tractor, but anyway, it's got flex on the frame, which allows the fan belt then to, or the fan blade to hit the sides. There's the fan blade, and I guess it hits the shroud or something. Very strange. I don't know if it's supposed to be able to do that, but it does. I don't know. Alright, doing a reasonable job. This is first pass. The next one's where we really set it, because then our tire will be down in the hole, right? But there's so much grass here, he mulched it all. It's getting all caught up inside the plow shears. Wes is just cleaning it out for me a minute, and then we'll drop it down and keep going. Alright, so we're trying to set the plow now. So the tire's driving this row. He's driving that hole, and so now we're setting it. I don't like it completely yet. It's not terrible. What I'm looking for is that each shear throws roughly the same amount of dirt. Okay, and then also the cut. So there's a shoe on the bottom of the plow, and basically I want it to cut everything. So these are naturally spaced the right distance apart that they will cut it all, and I want that first one to be cutting everything up until the last one this guy made. So I just adjusted that. I think those are actually really nice even rolls. Seems like that's working good. And the other thing is that if you don't plow it right, if you don't have it over far enough this way or that way, you'll end up with all these humps well, the width of the plow basically. So right now they're pretty even. These three blend right into those three, and this doesn't really count because the first three are just kind of getting started. The next pass will be more, but you can see it's pulling hard on the tractor. It's pulling them sideways. I still think we're in too deep, so I'm going to change the depth now, which I can do on this little wheel on the side. all good. I don't know how many sotka that actually was. Just gonna guess probably around 15, 16 maybe. Not 100% sure exactly. 15 или 16 сотка. Maybe. Может быть. Я не знаю. We're back now, and one thing I really like to do before I put stuff away for the winter, I don't always get around to it unfortunately, clean everything up and then oil it. There's another reason why I like to keep all the old oil around. Now for this particular stuff, I prefer new oil, depending on what you're doing. Down here I don't mind using old oil, but for metal tractors, which this one actually is, so I may end up doing that as well. But you take a rag, diesel fuel and oil, and just rub it in, kind of like waxing or polishing, and it really helps to preserve it. I worked for a guy when I was 16, 17. I moved out and I moved to a dairy farm, another dairy farm, full-time, and I worked there. And that guy is a super smart guy. He taught me a lot of what I know about dairy cattle and farming. Even though I grew up on a dairy farm, my dad didn't really spend a lot of time teaching. He wasn't very good at that, I guess. And he quit milking cows when I was 14 as well. So this guy taught me a lot. He really, you know, took me under his wing basically and showed me a lot of stuff. And one thing that he always did, he had these old Fiat tractors that he had brought with from the Netherlands. He brought them with, and they still looked like really nice. And he would have us oil them every year. And so it's always stuck with me. That's a great idea. Does it matter on this piece of equipment? Does it matter that some paint's missing and it's rusty? Well, no, it doesn't change the function of the equipment. But over time, it doesn't look very nice either. And I think it shows something. If you take care of your stuff, it's a good idea. If I had some blue paint, I would sand this off and paint it. You know, unfortunately, a lot of stuff paint comes off very quickly. I noticed that here on the tractor too. There's a few spots where the paint quality seems to be lacking. But if you can maintain it, keep it oiled, keep it greased, it'll last a lot longer. And then in 20, 30 years, it still looks nice. So just try to take care of your stuff basically, and that's one way of doing it. So we're gonna get all the dirt off, we'll sweep it all down, get the dust off, and then we'll give it a bit of an oil bath and then park it away. We need to put the rototiller on and go back and till it all. So I'll probably do it today then, I guess, if I get around to it. All right, same as last time. Little trick for old oil, pantyhose and a water bottle. Makes for a great funnel and an excellent filter. Okay, we don't have a pressure washer, otherwise of course I'd pressure wash it, but we knocked the worst of the dirt off and gave it a broom bath. Now it's all soaked in oil, and we will park it away. Set it to the side, and get the rototiller put on. All right, putting in some straight lines so the ladies can plant some corn. Just dragging this behind us right now to make some nice straight rows, and they're gonna plant some sweet corn in there. Okay, we're back here again. We're now tilling it up, rototilling it. This is our second pass already. Pretty good job here. I can't go any deeper than that because it just stops the PTO, unfortunately, but that's still pretty good. So yesterday, a lot of this was bushy like that. Well, not yesterday, I guess a couple of days ago. He cleared out the bushes with his little machine here. Yeah, it's got a little hole on it. He's pulling some stumps out right now. And now it's a very usable garden. He'll be planting in here this year. So a little bit of work, but it should be nice. He'll have lots of vegetables in there. And hopefully many years of use. He said when he was younger, this was all planted, but somewhere along the line it grew up, I guess, in the bushes. One leads to two. Now I have another neighbor that needs some tilling done as well. So back into the village. I don't know where it is yet. I'm being shown where to go, and we'll do some tilling there. All right, nice people. Oh yeah, we got a little dog following us too. Not sure whose dog that is, but anyway, super nice people. So Wes is chilling out now. I have company. Friend Alexei just showed up, so I am walking home to go chat with him about some other business. And Wes will come back when he's done, I'm guessing. Not a very big job, just a small garden plot. Be about an hour's work maybe.
As the leaves change color